Hello everyone and welcome back gaming with Priesty, Newcastle Jets in the EFL, and this will be the last episode of the second season. We've already secured automatic promotion to the championship, but to win the league we've got to win all three of our last games, and we start off today's episode away from home against Charlton Athletic at Valley Parade. And we didn't get off to a good start. Charlton all over us to start the game, and they would go ahead in the 26th minute. A deserving goal for them, but how disappointing for us, and don't they just love it? They know they're here to spoil our championship run, and just before half time, they create another great opportunity. You see it here. They're working the ball around the box beautifully, and there's nothing I could do to stop them except for old Jacko. Or did he get fingers to that, or did old mate just miss? I can't quite remember, to be honest. But just before half time, we'd go up the other end, and Becker would put the ball wide, but then 15 minutes after half time, Ryan McGowan, he would score the equaliser. Going into the new season, he's spotting the starting 11. He's going to be under some serious pressure, but he's been so good for us over these last two seasons. You see Richardson there have a chance to get us in front. And this time it was Jerome with the header, and he had a double bite at the cherry but couldn't take the chance, and then would play Clinton in behind across to Castro. And how good is this bloke? He is absolutely sensational. CC and Dryer, we would be absolutely lost without him. I hope no big clubs come in for him over the off-season. Otherwise, we're really going to struggle without him. And we would get up 2-1 against Charlton Athletic, so the dream is still alive. And you see here, that just means what we already knew. We've sealed automatic promotion. So happy about it as well. And, I think it's something we definitely deserve. We've had amazing cup runs where we put up just short against the real elite teams of English football, and not just English football, but world football. We even managed to beat a few, and, we definitely deserve to finish in the top two. See here, actually, I've gotten it wrong. So we had 4 games left to start the episode. I said 3, but now we have 3 games left. Becker missed a chance in the last episode, but I figure we'll give him a contract. He's been really good for us. Not so much last year. He didn't get a lot of game time. I didn't realise how good he was, but this season he's played a lot of football for us, and so we're deciding we're just going to renew his contract for a year. He can be the 4th or 5th choice striker in our championship team next season. As we move into the next game of the episode, away against Blackpool, and once again we would go behind. These last few games, I was really feeling the pressure, must win. And I think I made a few errors defensively, just trying to pick that ball up too early. Luckily, we're always a goal-scoring threat at the Jets here. And you see, for once, it's us putting our toe in the box, and the ball bounces to you-know-who, CC and Dry, mixing it up. Such a good player for us. And then just before half time, Tangerines would get another chance, and Jacko, as he's done throughout the last 2 seasons, comes up with a massive save to keep us in front. And then Gussie would storm into the box, and it was a chance for their goalkeeper and skipper Maxwell to stick his big palm out, but from the corner, McGowan, he hasn't been as successful this season. I was really hoping he would score right there. As you see, I think that was Castro again strolling into the box, and this time it's Jerome off the set piece, and he makes no mistake, making it 2-1, and we are starting to dream of the title. And I think we'd really deserve it if we can get there, but late in the game, 20 minutes to go, an absolutely belting finish. You can't really complain about that. Would make the score 2-2. We would go on. One final chance. Olsen here just lets the ball get away from him, and Maxwell smartly off his line to pick up the scraps. And that pretty much just takes the title away from us there. We could finish equal on points with Luton. Would have to score a lot of goals. But I'm not really liking our chances. So I think for the last two games, what we're going to do is we're going to try and give players that haven't played a lot this season a chance in the starting lineup, like Hoffman and Boomel. And you can see what a finish. 11 minutes into the game. May there just skips in behind us and cheeky little chip over Jack Duncan. And then you see here, who's that storming in the box? I don't know, but they get up again for the header. And we're a bit unlucky there. But Duff would pick up the ball, play it back into Thurgate's feet. Castro, play to Olsen. And Olsen, the super sweet, who still has a chance of the golden boot, would score the equaliser. And then right before halftime, Carlos Castro, CC and dry, storms into the box. As you see him do a light, and he hit the post. As you see as we move into the second half here, the score remaining 1-1. Castro plays Olsen over top, and Olsen on the left peg. What a volley that was. There was no stopping that. That's right. The Wayne Rooney, it's a knockout celebration. Really enjoy that one. This time Thurgate plays in Boomel and the King of Cameroon. Geez, I would have loved to see him score a goal there, but get a little bit excited and he smashes it over the crossbar. We get a little bit lucky here. Ball rifles into the post, and then we get unlucky. The ball rifles right into McGowan's hand. Can't have too many complaints about that when you see it on the replay. Oh, yes, we can. Actually, bounces up off his thigh into his arm. But luckily, Jacko's in goals for us. Absolute legend of the save. So the score would remain 2-1. I mean, late in the game, 10 minutes ago, Olsen plays in Castro. He makes no mistake. This guy is on absolute flames. That's right. Take a bow, Carlos Castro. He's unstoppable late in the season. And then, with just 3 minutes remaining, Cheltenham, what a goal that was. Absolutely smashed it into the top bins from outside the box. But that wouldn't be the last of the scoring in a really entertaining game for the neutral fans. We see Ed Gibbons, the ghost of no number, scores a nice header. I'm not very good at scoring from crosses, I've got to admit that. And so it's nice to see the young academy star get on the end of that one. And we give ourselves the tiniest of chances to win the league on the final day. Need to win about 6 or 7-0 to do it, but anything's possible in football, although I wouldn't dream too hard about it. So we see Olsen actually does take the lead in the Golden Boot, and Carlos Castro, he'd actually have a chance to win the Golden Boot on the final day. He's the assist leader. No one's going to overtake him on the final day. And Jacko in goals pushed himself all the way up to 4th in the Golden Glove, and after all the troubles we've had with conceding goals earlier in the season, it's really good to see. Like I said, I think Jacko could be pushed out next season, so it's nice to see him right up there in this year's Golden Glove. We finished the season at McDonald Jones Stadium against Lincoln City, the Imps, and Hoffman in the starting lineup for the final game of the season would have a really good chance. But then in the 28th minute, across to Boomel and the King of Cameroon. Look at him trying to get up here, the old fella. He can't even get up. But he scores a goal in his last ever game in Jets colours. Last ever game. He's going to retire. And then Hoffman would have a chance to score the Silver Fox himself to double the lead. And he would miss. And Boomel here would have another chance. I think that shot was already going wide and the keeper got his fingers to it. Right on half time here. See Lincoln. Some nice footwork there. I should have got that away. The ball falls back to them, and he holds it up really well with some nice footwork. And 1-1 right on half time. And aren't they happy about it? And our season, as far as winning the league, is all but over. As we see Olsen there, I don't know what was going on. Try the acrobatic overhead kick, and then we had another chance from a corner there. McGowan, normally he would bury that. You can't leave him that free. Richardson here, storm into the box. Another outstanding chance with 15 minutes to go that we couldn't take. And will we get punished here in the 90th minute? They knock the ball around well. We give it back to them. The ball falls back to the Lincoln player, but luckily we have Jack in goals, so we would get away with a 1-1 draw against Lincoln City in our final game of the season. And I got to tell you, it was a disappointing way to end the season. You see there, we finished runner-up on 89 points, 2 points behind Luton Town. Yeah, you know, if we didn't go on those cup runs, maybe we would have had a chance to win the league. But, oh well, we really enjoyed those cup runs. See Burton, Shrewsbury, Hartlepool and Doncaster go down. Liverpool would go on to win the FA Cup in a rematch of, I think it was a 2006 classic between West Ham and Liverpool. If you've never seen that, go and check the highlights of that out on YouTube. Liverpool also win the Carabao Cup in a much duller final, 1-0 against Leicester. And Portsmouth, they would win the playoff in League One, and they will also be. What was that? Blackpool. I think that was a Papa John's trophy, and Blackpool won that. So spoilers coming ahead. You will see that Portsmouth win the playoff, League One playoff, and they will get promoted. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought there. And Olsen would go on to win the Golden Boot. Carlos Castro would go on to win the assist leader. Carlos Castro named player of the tournament. Absolutely unbelievable. Olsen, as we already know, Golden Boot winner, really good. 20 goals from 40 appearances. Team of the season, though, absolute snub. It's hard to see, but there is not one Jets player in the team of the season. As we already learnt earlier, Portsmouth would win the playoff. Real Madrid would go on to win the Champions League final against Manchester City. And I think Roma would go on to win the Europa League final against Ajax. And then in the Europa Conference League, I think Leicester would go on to win the final against Hoffenheim. No, Sporting Braga, from Portugal. And then we check out how Sutton are doing in the A-League. Remember, last season, they only won one game, finishing rock bottom last. This season, you can see they have improved. 7 wins this season. And with the wooden spoon, the Central Coast Mariners, absolutely things you love to see. Manchester City would go on to win the Premier League. Sheffield United, Norwich and Preston will be down in the Championship with us, Southampton and Burnley going up automatically. I'm not sure who will win the playoff. We'll have to check that out next season. And we will be missing from the championship next season Hull City, Bolton, and Huddersfield dropping down to League Two. We have a quick look at who won League Two. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode and the season, and I'll see you guys next time.